Okay, good morning. Am I audible? Am I audible? Okay. So till time we have covered lot of syllabus of design of steel structure. So now today we reached here and we will see the last part of our design of steel structure syllabus and part of unit number 8, design of column base. So we have seen the example and procedure of design of the slab base. So now we have to design second type of the column base, that is the design of gusseted base. So today we will start or we will see the design of gusseted base. So initially of this chapter we have seen the what is the column base, what are the two types of the column base. First is the slab base and second is the gusseted base. So we have designed uh, slab base. Now we will see the how to design the gusseted base. So we will see the procedure first and then we will solve the example on the design of gusseted base. So procedure, in the procedure step 1. Now write down everyone. The step 1 is calculate calculate the bearing strength of concrete. So some of these steps are same as compared to a design of slab base. So many of steps are same. So first step is calculate the bearing strength of the concrete. So bearing strength of concrete we are going to calculate by same formula as we have seen the design of slab base is 0.45 FCK. Bearing strength is equal to 0.45 FCK. This is the step 1. Now step 2 calculate the area of base plate. Calculate the area of base plate, because for the gusseted base and slab base both we have to provide the gusset slab base plate. So we have to calculate or decide first area of the base plate. So base plate we have to, so area of base plate, that is AP is equal to, is nothing but area of plate. We have seen already factored load on column, divided by bearing strength of concrete. Bearing strength of concrete. So in this way we can calculate the area of base plate. So P by 0.45 FCK. Okay. So this is the step number 2. Now we have to go step number 3. So step number 3 is assume the various members of gusseted base. So in this step we have to assume the sum members. It means whatever gusseted base we are providing, for that gusseted base how much thickness we have to take of plate, how much thickness we have to take of angle, plate angle, that we have to see here. So what first we have to calculate small a in this step. Small a is thickness of gusset plate, thickness of gusset plate should not be less than 16 mm. Thickness of gusset plate should not be less than 16 mm. It means we have to assume the thickness here of gusseted base or gusseted plate. Then small b, the connecting angle or gusset angle, we are saying gusset angle or cleat angle is assumed such that its vertical leg should accommodate the two rows of bolt in vertical leg and one row of bolt in horizontal leg. I will tell you the meaning of this both through figure. And then small c, the thickness of gusset angle, or cleat angle, should be same as thickness of gusset plate. So see, we have written here 3 pointers. It means what? So I will draw the sketch, then you will realize what is ABC. See, this is your I section. This is your gusset plate, sorry, base plate. On this base plate, this column is rested, and to this column, just a minute. Now you can see this is the your eye section, and this eye section, this is the base plate, and this eye section we have attached here gusset plate. So we have connected gusset plate this side and this side. Both side we have connected gusset plate. So this is the your gusset plate. To avoid the overturn of this column, this side or this side, we have attached this gusset plate. Again, to this gusset plate, we have to connect here cleat angle also. So we have to connect here cleat angle also. It means after the this is the your column face. After the column face, this is the your gusset plate. After gusset plate, you have connected here column and sorry cleat angle. So they have told the thickness of this gusset plate. Thickness of these gusset plates should not be less than 16 mm. Should not be less than 16 mm. Then again they have told this thickness is again equal to this 16 mm. At least it's 16 mm. If your section is not available, you can choose 12 mm thickness of angle. Then again, in second, if you see now, small a is indicating here thickness of gusset plate should not be less than 16 mm. First word, thickness of gusset plate should not be less than 16 mm. So here this gusset plate whatever we are using, the thickness should not be 16 mm. Are you getting first point? Then second point, small b, the connecting angle or gusset angle or cleat angle is assumed such that its vertical leg should accommodate two rows of bolt in vertical leg and one rows of bolt in horizontal leg. It means what? The angle should be such that the vertical leg accommodate minimum two rows of bolt and horizontal leg accommodate minimum one row of bolt. The meaning of small b point, the meaning of this b point is nothing but the connecting angle or gusset angle we have to use or we have to select from the steel table such that vertical leg should accommodate two rows of bolt and horizontal leg accommodate one row of bolt. It means here I have shown here. It means what? वर्टिकल लेगला कमीत कमी दोन रो मध्ये आपण बोल्ट बसवायला पाहिजेत, अशी याची डेप्थ असावी आणि ही जी विड्थ आहे खालची अँगलची ॲटलिस्ट वन रो ऑफ bolt should accommodate. So such a way that Am I audible properly? Am I audible now? Anyone can reply? Okay. Then, so in this way, we have to provide the angle also to the gusset plate. So to this eye section, we have attached this gusset plate, and this gusset plate thickness should not be less than 16 mm. That we have to think, 16 mm. Then whatever angle we are choosing from the steel table, the thickness of this angle must be or equal to again 16 mm, and the two rows of bolt to the vertical leg accommodate and one rows of bolt to the horizontal leg accommodate. So in this way we have to select the gusset plate and cleat angle here. Okay. So same third point, C point is again same. The thickness of gusset angle or cleat angle should be same as a gusset plate. It means this thickness of gusset plate and thickness of gusset angle should be same, 16 16 like this. So are you getting now here? So this is the your assumptions that you have to assume about gusset plate and angle. गसेट प्लेट आणि अँगल हा तुम्हाला अजूम करून तो सिलेक्ट करून घ्यायचा आहे त्याची थिकनेस. सो दॅट थिकनेस वी हॅव टू कीप इन माइंड 16 अँड you have to choose the angle by accommodate these two rows and one rows with the horizontal and vertical. Are you getting? Okay. So now this is the step number 3. Okay, over you have drawn the sketch because this is very important. Sometimes this question will be asked in the MCQ examination. Minimum thickness of the set plate. So minimum thickness of the set plate you have to take 16 mm. This minimum thickness of the set plate you have to take 16 mm. Okay. Now we will see the step number 4. So step number 4 is calculate 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 size of base plate. Size of base plate. So earlier we have calculated the area of base plate in step number 2. So we have to calculate now size of base plate. But here somewhat procedure is different than the design of slab base. So how to calculate size of base plate? So in the size of base plate we have to calculate first uh, length of base plate. So length of base plate is equal to, so we have to, how to calculate length of base plate? So we have to use the formula, that is depth of column plus 2 into 2 into thickness of gusset plate, 2 into thickness of gusset plate plus 2 into 2 into length of connected leg to base plate, length of connected leg to base plate plus overhang plus overhang. It means what? How to calculate length of base plate? See, depth of column. Actually, this is the your length of plate. Are you getting? So this is the depth of column. Then we have to use here, just a minute. Use here thickness of the set plate. Then you have to use here angle length. You have to, this angle length you have to measure, and this is the overhang. This part is the overhang. Are you getting? See, I will draw one neat sketch again. This is the your length of plate. So now this length of plate you have to calculate. So this is the depth. After that, depth of column plus 2 into thickness of gusset plate. It means here two plates where we are using 2 into thickness of gusset plate. Then we have to use here angle. This is the width of angle, connected leg angle to the gusset plate. So this angle width we have to again add here 2 into length of connected leg to the gusset plate. So whatever leg of this angle is connected to this gusset plate, this leg length into 2 means both side plus overhang, both side overhang. So overhang may be the x. We will assume this side x and this side x. So in this way we can calculate the length of plate. So this overhang we have to calculate again. Are you getting? So here this is the your length of base plate is nothing but LP. LP. Length of plate is nothing but LP. So are you getting? So now this is the length of plate. Now, but this length of plate, this formula for length of plate is for the bolted connection. Sorry, plus overhang. So this formula is for if you have to do bolted connection. It means you have to use the bolted connection for the uh, connection of the gusseted cleat angle and base plate. So you have to use here bolted connection. Now, so this formula is for bolted connection. So now again length of plate is equal to, for welded connection we have to use the formula. That formula is again depth of column. If you are using the bolted connection, then you have to use the formula for length of plate, this formula. Then depth of column plus 2 into thickness of column, sorry, 2 into thickness of 2 into thickness of the set plate, 2 into thickness of the set plate plus overhang. Because if we are using the welded connection, then need not to use the cleat angle. So cleat angle we are using for the purpose as you have seen in the figure. So this cleat angle why we are using, because this column, gusset plate and base plate. So these three members or components of this structure we have to connect by the bolt. So if we have to connect this angle I section, then plate and this angle, we have to use this angle here. Then if we have to fix these two with the base plate, then we have to use angle. So here angle is used for the bolted connection. But if we are using the if we use the uh, welded connection, then depth of column plus 2 into thickness of gusset plate plus overhang, because directly we are welding to the column and gusset plate. Are you getting? So here we are not using the cleat angle. So this formula is for the welded connection. This is for the welded connection. Okay. So now here, so this is the length. Now width of plate. So how to calculate width of plate? So width of plate is equal to, that is BP is equal to AP divided by LP. So how to calculate width of plate? Length of plate we have calculated, area of plate already calculated in step number 2. So width of plate is equal to length of plate into AP is equal to AP divided by LP. So this is the step number 4. Calculate the size of plate. Okay. So now step 5. Step number 5. Step number 5. So what is step number 5? Step number 5 is the calculate thickness of base plate. Calculate thickness of base plate. So see here, for calculation of thickness, again formula is different. So thickness sorry, how to calculate thickness? So by, write down, by equating bending moment bending moment at at face of gusset plate, at bending, by equating bending moment at face of gusset plate, face of gusset plate, uh, sorry, before that we have to calculate intensity of pressure. So we will calculate first intensity of pressure. Sorry, please erase this step. We will calculate first intensity of pressure and then we will calculate, because intensity of pressure is required for calculation of the thickness. So step number 5, please write down. Step number 5 is calculate intensity of pressure. Calculate intensity of pressure. So we are calculating intensity of pressure P divided by AP provided, area of plate provided. So similar to design of slab base, this is the same formula for the calculation of intensity of pressure, that is W, intensity of pressure. And then now we can calculate the uh, thickness of the plate. So again, now next step is the step number 6. Step number 6 is calculate thickness, calculate thickness of base plate. So thickness of base plate. How to calculate thickness of base plate? So we have to write here one sentence. by equating by equating bending moment at face by equating bending moment at face of gusset plate of gusset plate due to due to intensity due to intensity of pressure due to intensity of pressure below the base plate below the base plate to its movement of resistance to its movement of resistance. So it means we have to calculate first a bending moment, and from this bending moment we have to calculate thickness. So bending moment, it means we have to calculate bending moment m is equal to intensity of pressure into C1 square divided by 2. So what is C1? So this is the your cassette plate, this is the your column, then this is your thickness of plate, this is your angle section, and here C1 is the this is the distance of C1. It means this face to face of angle, this distance is the C1. So here where C1 is equal to overhang plus LC, it means length of connected leg length of connected leg to base plate minus T. So this is the formula for C1. How to calculate C1? Overhang. This overhang distance plus length of connected leg to the base plate. This is the connected leg of angle, that plus then minus thickness. So this angle of thickness we have to minus. So at this phase, this C1 will be act. So at the calculation of movement M, we have to use the formula intensity of pressure into this overhanging distance divided by 2. So this in this way, because this is the cantilever part. So this part will be act as a cantilever part. So we have calculated movement here. This is the cantilever part. So we have calculated movement here. So now by calculation of movement, we will calculate thickness by after the calculation of this movement. Write down this.